Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more BattleTech. Well, I've had a bit of a look at some of our contracts and I think I have a plan of attack. We're going to start with a little bit of work for the pirates. We're going to boost up some reputation with them and then we're going to lose some when we fight for Steiner and back and forth, basically balancing out our reputation with a few of these fellows so we can get the absolute most possible. So we're going to go ahead and we're helping out an insurance policy. This is going to be a battle in the polar regions, so we best be prepared. So the Free Worlds League is incredibly loyal to us at the moment. We did get 40 reputation in the last episode, and we're going to make the most of it by cashing in some salvage. Yeah, it does hurt our opinion with them, but again, it's not the be-all and end-all. We're gonna satisfy, our reputation with the pirates a little bit better so we don't drop down any tiers. No point in losing out on potential pay. So, what do we bring? This is a 4-skull mission, but we are coming in for salvage, so let's bring our Marauder. That is a guarantee. What else do we want to bring along today? I'm thinking the Zeus might be a good plan. Good degree of missiles and some extra lasers just in case. Heat efficiency, not terrible, given the fact that we are in, in the polar biome. I think it's going to be far more effective than our Archer right here. So we're going to go ahead and bring the Zeus as well. Let's just see about that. What else do we want? We could bring out the Annihilator. Yeah, that could be a little bit of fun. We could knock over a few mechs. Heat efficiency isn't an issue. That thing will stay perfectly cool in the polar. Could also go ahead and bring our Atlas. Some more good options. Snub PPCs for knocking things over. The AC5. SRMs for stability damage. Yeah, look, you know what? I do like our Annihilator, and I think we will bring it out again. But for now, I think we're going to go ahead and take the Atlas, just given that we are in such a beneficial environment for it. And then what else do we wish to bring? We could possibly go ahead and bring the Cyclops for some more knocking over power. And you know what? That would also give us a lot of initiative. You know what? I'm actually very tempted about that. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and bring that Cyclops. That'll work out quite nicely. Also, too, I do see that we have the Exchanger currently located in the head. I'm thinking we'll either take that or maybe even the Zeus, and we'll put in our, I think it's our comms operator thing for some bonus resolve each round. I think that could be good, but again, that we'll deal with that between missions, between planets. Alright, so what do we have over here? Well, I probably want some, breaching shot. That's right. So myself and Big Man both have that. We've got some armor reduction. I guess we'll go... Oh, actually, no. We'll bring Archangel, and we'll throw him in the Atlas. That should work out fine. Lots of damage reduction there. Stacks of armor. Heat cooling, just in case. Or maybe, actually, you know what? The heat efficiency is far superior in the Atlas. Maybe we put him on the Cyclops just to get as much damage as possible. Yeah, alright, you know what? We might do that. And then Cosmo, we're going to bring him. We'll throw you over to... let's see. If we don't throw a Cheese Goblin on there, we've already got initiative of 2. And if we went over here, we'd have initiative of 2. The question is, do we want to go for an initiative 3? Would we rather the Zeus or the Atlas? I'm thinking the Atlas might, the Zeus might actually be the better call. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll bring Cosmo here. We've got multi-targeting, we've got sensor locking. All of that should be good. Oh, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll swap spots. Yeah, okay. So... wait a second. I want to use that, the high spirits better than the others. No, maybe it isn't actually such a big deal. No, we'll go for knocking things over, and then we'll go ahead and terminate them. Yep, there we go. That'll be fine. Let's run with that for our lance for today. Also, too, if you'd like to join in as one of our MechWarriors, we are still accepting submissions. There's still a fair bit of life left in this campaign, as I think we're only just below the 600-day mark. So if you would like to join in, all that we need is a first and last name, as well as a call sign for your MechWarrior, and a little bit about them if you want to share. Otherwise, we will respect your MechWarrior's privacy, because at Leviathan's might, as long as you're a good pilot, we don't really need to know the rest. So, yeah. Alright, so we have to go and destroy an enemy patrol as an insurance policy. Apparently, we've been offering our good friends, the Free Worlds League, an opportunity to buy an insurance policy on their mechs. I mean, they're big, complicated pieces of machinery, right? And hardly anyone knows how to fix them. So we're offering to insure them just in case something accidental happens to them. We wouldn't, would you believe they said no thanks? It was a really good offer. We just want to show them how good. Would like you to cause something accidental to happen to their mechs. Yes, the good old extortion. That's
interface initiated.
Well, that's their choice, I guess. The target lance is somewhere in this vicinity, Commander, and I'm seeing movement in the area. Could be our boys. Once you hit them, keep your eyes open for reinforcements, okay? Well, that we will be ready for. We're in a good position so far. So, let's see, where are the borders? You know what, they could be coming down that road. That wouldn't be out of the question. This is the edge of the map. Okay, so we'll definitely get flanked from that right-hand side, so we should keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and move... Let's move down as far as we can. Oh, and it looks like we already have contact. Alright, so what do we see? A 60-ton mech. Okay, well, let's stay behind this this solid chunk of terrain, and we will see what we can see. Or at least maybe prevent some incoming fire then, I guess. Alright, let's bring the Marauder up around. We might use the road to try and swing around it a little bit. Make sure that we can take care of some things, but... we will see how that goes. Alright, let's first of all reserve. See no reason why we should give up our good defensive position. Looks like they're being intelligent and not moving up just yet. Yeah. Oh no, they are pushing forwards. Okay then, well that I can deal with.
Waiting for the shot.
Alright, again, just trying to maximize their movement.
I got sensor trace here.
Alright, and it looks like they've opened up with another 75-ton mech. There's a 60. Alright, so where are we going to get to on this turn? It doesn't look like we're going to have the movement.
Waiting for orders.
The Cyclops, we could technically get eyes on. Not much else. Our Zeus back here could get eyes on that 60-ton mech. I guess that's possible.
Commander.
And then we have our Marauder, which again, we're not going to get any shots off on this one. So maybe we go ahead and we close the distance and we start seeing what we can see. Yeah, alright. So you know what? We might sprint on this turn. We'll bring... let's see, the Atlas is probably going to do something similar. Can we get eyes on multiple enemies? No, but we could move up to almost having cover. Yeah, let's see what we're dealing with, I guess. Yeah, that's probably the best use of our turn. Alright, looks like they got a rifleman. A 3N. Okay, so AC5s, a couple of large lasers, and mediums to back up. Let's see, the rangefinder suite, so spotting distance of 100 meters. Command module, so that's less damage. Probably means that this thing back here is a Marauder, or at least that would be my inclination. Let's roll the... I guess... oh, actually, if we move over here... we could get a full salvo on that thing. I guess it's not the worst. It's not like we're going to have too much heat to worry about for now. Yeah, I guess some damage and taking away some evasion is ideal. And it doesn't look like they're having a turn... oh, wait a second. We still got to shoot first.
Cry havoc.
Alright, so it is straight back to our turn, so I'm guessing they don't have any assaults.
Yes, Commander.
That is handy.
Yes, Commander.
Let's take our Marauder. We'll sprint as far as we can.
Looking out.
Alright, we'll see what we can see back there. It looks like... Oh no, an Orion. Okay. Oh, another 75-ton mech. Okay, so there's an Orion here. That's got some solid damage reduction as well. That's a little bit annoying. Yeah, AC-10.
Yes, boss.
Alright, and now we've got our Zeus to start taking some decisions. We could hit with the LRM-15s at the back. That is a curiosity. We could technically... what do we want? Well, you know what? That is its right... sorry, left torso. I guess we could maybe focus in on that a little bit. You know, let's not leave our Marauder alone. Let's swing around this way just so that there's more options, especially if we start getting attacked from that right flank. I think we'll try and... we'll fire... You know what? Yeah, we'll go multi-target. We'll send one LRM towards the Orion, the rest against the Rifleman. Again, I'm pretty sure we're going to take out the Rifleman with a Marauder, but we still want to set that up a little bit. I think we have... Oh no, we don't have breaching shot here. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Then let's go ahead and just send the weakest damage over there. We'll see what we can do. Alright, some alright stability damage. And then just a little bit there. Alright. Let's see where that takes us. So, the Rifleman is first, followed by the Orion next. I think we'll go... Oh, actually, can we take cover here? Oh, that is incredibly unfortunate. We are barely outside of that range. Alright, so let's see. That would also leave us with the Orion. The Rifleman's probably going to be more annoying as a scout if it's left alive. That's very, very inconvenient being placed there. I guess we could technically let him have a turn and see if he moves anywhere. That said though, I think we're just going to have to play this one safe. We'll go move up like this, not let him get our back, and then we'll just shoot at what there is. Either that or we could go... We could move all the way up so we could take cover in the trees on the next turn. That is a possibility, though that does mean that our back, or maybe our side, could be open to some LRMs. Let's just go with the, yeah, small amount of evasion. We'll aim over here, and we'll see what we can clear. Alright, so there's an extra mech back there, 65 ton. Alright, probably some kind of fire support, because a lot of this seems fairly direct damage. That would be my assumption. Alright, let's see about taking out this Rifleman. Let's go with a precision shot. We'll go for the headshot. Yeah, let's see what we can salvage.
Firing. All weapons.
Alright, so we did get one shot, but not quite enough to kill.
Badass.
I was honestly hoping we might have, Oh.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Alright, well, turns out I was right about some of that indirect fire, hey? Glad we didn't travel too much further forwards. Rifleman's still standing upright, but I guess we could get an injury. Looks like we only did 18 damage. So that must have been... What did we do? 18 damage? I guess between guarded and the extra, that would be, what, about 30% reduction? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, we hit with a single medium laser.
Commander.
Alright, let's bring our Zeus forwards. We, again, need to make sure that we are promoting as much damage as possible. I think what we'll do is maybe we'll try and take out the leg. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll move up. And I think we focus entirely on the rifleman.
Moving out.
If we can get that thing to get knocked down, that means it won't get a turn. Its initiative will drop. It's an extra injury, so that again, if we take out that side torso, that could even be a knockout, depending. Yeah.
Firing.
Alright, so there's that leg and torso in one.
Scored a critical hit.
Let's see how we do about that pilot. Well, he's knocked down, but he's not out. Okay, he's got a little bit of health. And now it looks like the Zeus is taking some fire. Okay, this is good. This is why we weren't leaving our Marauder out by itself. But we'll have to see what everyone else does. Alright, so our Atlas. We've got a couple of options here. Could move up and obliterate that rifleman. Could try and aim at that Orion, but again, that's got a lot of damage reduction. I think it would probably be wisest to maybe use our Cyclops. Yeah, I think this is the way that we go. Let's move our Cyclops up. We'll move over. Now we're walking through rough terrain no matter what happens, so I guess the cover will have to
Onward.
be good. Alright, so let's see. What do we need? We need 28 points of damage to the head. Mind you, if anything hits, we'll probably knock him out. I doubt that he has too much more health. We could also try and take out the leg. You know what? All things considered, let's just aim for the headshot. If we don't get it, we don't get it. Yeah, we might destroy the torso instead, but again, that's fine. Yeah, let's just see how this all plays out. Alright, and we must have got that head hit because that pilot is unconscious. Alright, well, that is exactly what we wanted. Oh, wow, okay. That is a lot of LRMs from a very far away. I was not expecting to see them all the way up by the top of the hill. That does mean that we will have at least a turn or even 3, depending if they're doing a regular move and firing. We just have to be conscientious of what is what we're going to be dealing with. Alright, and I think for now, just given what's around, maybe we let the Orion... I want to maximize the damage we're doing, so I think we just have to tank whatever damage comes our way, and then we'll take our shot just in case.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Alright, the Orion, again, being very
They've got a
sneaky.
lock on me.
Yeah, these guys... Oh, here we go. A Marauder 3D. Okay. Well,
Reporting.
not much could have been done about
Major
that.
armor loss.
Oh, and here's the stability damage. Okay, come on, stay upright.
My armor's getting ripped off.
Okay, how's you doing? Rennick, you okay? That leg's looking really rough. That right arm is looking very beaten. Yeah, the torso's down a fair chunk as well, a good half. Alright, we really need to worry about that right-hand side, so we'll definitely start turning around if possible and taking some things out. Let's go... Oh, here we are. Snubs, ACs. Yeah, Ryan. Alright, oh, that's a Marauder 3R. Okay, maybe I was... Oh, I was thinking it was a 3D. I didn't see the autocannon fire before. Alright, well that Thunderbolt's going to be annoying, but I think we aim for the Marauder first. We have to make sure that that thing does not give the Lancers any extra bonuses. So let's just move forwards. And we will... Do we try and knock it over? Yeah, it's real. It's the best shot we've got out of everything, so we may as well just take it.
Engaging target.
Alright, well, at least we impaired his senses. Alright, back to the top. Let's go ahead and... You know what? We need to reserve. We're on 4 initiative. Rannick will be able to drop a whole bunch of stability damage. And, well, I do not want him to fall over. So we'll reserve. A single barrage from a 40-ton mech is not going to do much of anything to anyone. Alright, so let's see. How does that go for our Marauder? That's 2 bars secured. Alright.
Standing by.
Cosmo, you got some options as well.
Aye, aye.
Let's see. If we move... Oh, if we move you up here, we could find ourselves in a spot of bother. We really need to show that left side. We could take that shot on the Marauder, and I think that that's probably where we need to focus. I don't like the Orion being here, but again, it's... what side's this? That's our right side. We're definitely going to get hit one way or the other. We could maybe focus this way. It's not a bad... that's actually not a great spot either. We could do this. That would negate a little bit of the incoming fire to our right-hand side. It would at least show our left to some of these other mechs. Yeah, I would really prefer cover, though, if we could manage this. Oh, actually, you know what? Cover might be... You know what? We can hit the Marauder as well. We'll get cover. We won't get evasion, but that'll be a-okay. Yeah, there we go. That's what we needed. Let's move up. A very small amount, but it will make a huge difference. Let's get rid of this sharpshooter right away. Let's go for that headshot. Make sure he doesn't get to take a precision strike against us.
Copy that.
Alright, come on. Okay, very good.
Hostile eliminated.
Well, that is incredibly helpful. That now stops a lot of their damage reduction.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
We are in the trees. We'll get 40% damage reduction, so that's
Good
not
to
too
go.
shabby. We'll move... I think we'll move up over here with our Zeus. We'll try and take some of the brunt of the damage if we can. Keep it away from Ranak. And we'll aim at the... I think we aim at the Thunderbolt with the LRMs, and then we'll just go with the medium lasers here. I don't really want to spread out our damage too much. But, oh, actually, you know what? Do we have an Orion? Yeah, it's just sticking in the trees, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe if we did take out a leg, it wouldn't be the worst. We've got a decent amount of resolve. Let's see, 28 each round. How much does this cost us? 20. Yes, okay, so it's reduced by 1/3. So that'll take us down to 24. We could maybe take out a leg. You know what? I think we'll just save it for now. Let's move up over here.
Moving to position.
And then let's go and aim at... Yeah, as I said, I think we'll aim at the Thunderbolts with the LRMs, and then we'll put our medium lasers over here. We're getting a little bit hot, but for now we do kind of need to be putting on as much damage. That Thunderbolt's going to be a bit of an issue for our Marauder, so I definitely want him to be unstable. Or at least more unstable.
Engaging multiple targets.
I don't know if it'll be enough to slow him down, though. Alright, and again, yeah, 40% damage reduction. Painful, but it is what it is. Alright, first salvo is against the Zeus. This is good. Let's take that hit for our friend. We can tank that. And now it's back to our turn. Let's move the Atlas. Oh, the Atlas is not going to get shots. We're going to have to wait till that thing moves.
Commander?
Alright then, let's move the Cyclops. Let's roll. Oh, you know what? Cover's not the worst idea. Cover is not the worst idea at all. Alright, let's move on up. That'll do. We're going to go ahead and vent, because otherwise we're going to absolutely cook. So that's a-okay. And we'll target... Do we just target the Thunderbolt? I don't see a reason why we should have to deal with that 40% damage reduction. We're not going to do too much against that thing. Yeah, let's just see if we can harm that Thunderbolt. Alright, well, that is as good as we're going to get. Looks like some enemies are moving on up. Oh, Cosmo is injured. Okay. Well, that is what it is. The Atlas, sort of, as I said, we're not going to be able to do too much here. We're not going to be able to... If we move there, what is that? Yeah, it's quite nothing. Let's go ahead and reserve. Whoops. Hang on a second. Let's cancel that. Yes, let's reserve.
Standing by.
We'll see what this Orion does. See who it targets. Alright. Doing a lot of damage there to Rannick. He's unsteady, but he's still upright. What about the Thunderbolt? Ooh, I don't like the look of that. That might be a bit too much for us to handle.
I'm under heavy fire here.
Ah, he's knocked down. Ah, that is a shame. That is not good. But that said, though, we do have that cockpit mod, so the injury was ignored. That's going to keep him in the fight for a bit. Let's bring our Atlas forwards. Let's see. We're going to have that rough terrain no matter where we go for a bit. I suppose... You know what? Let's just move out into the open. We'll see if maybe we can tank something there. Let's aim for... what have we got? You know what? That Thunderbolt's got good damage reduction. Let's aim for the Orion. Let's give him a taste of his own medicine. In fact, do we want to go ahead and boost everything up with the lasers, the snub? Boost up the damage? Let's see. 44. Yeah, we'll have enough for another precision strike next turn. Let's see about taking out... Let's take out the Orion's leg. Yeah, 66%. It's not incredible, but at the same time, too, that should do a fair bit of damage. Free precision shots for other people. That would be a good use of our options. So, yeah, let's go for the left leg. Let's aim for that. 66% is not the worst.
Engaging target.
And we'll see if we can break that leg of his. There we go. You knock one of mine down, we'll knock you down. That'll do very nicely. Okay, excellent. Oh, Rannick's about to get attacked. Alright, luckily it should be from the right-hand side.
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
We do need to get him
Waiting for order.
back up. That is for certain. Not standing up would be absolutely horrendous.
Ready
Alright.
for action.
And you know what? I think what we do here is to maintain the best possibility of survival. We're going to go... I think we move on up. We'll take out that Thunderbolt. I know those odds are not phenomenal, but with a precision strike, we should boost our numbers up fairly substantially. Actually, you know what? What would it look like at the moment? If we were to go ahead and take one of these. Yeah, 85s and 60s. We can do some significant damage. Yeah. Let's go. Let's move over here. And again, we want to hide our right side. Oh, maybe we don't move. Hang on a second. Maybe we move back. That is not the worst plan I've ever had. Oh, and you know what? That actually gives us some pretty good odds. Oh, no. 45? Hang on a second. Back here from 65. Yeah, we can back up a little bit. We can potentially protect our flank a little bit better. I suppose it is doable. Yeah, I think that this is what we'll do. We'll try and take out this Thunderbolt here. And then if we can kill him, we can then focus on destroying the Orion. And that way, that should take away their spotting. And we should theoretically have a better time with their enemy reinforcements. Alright, let's go for that precision strike. 85s, 90, and the 60 for that AC-20. All that we need is the AC-20 to land, and we're good.
All weapons, fire.
Didn't quite look like that happened. My goodness, I thought we got a good 3 lasers directly into the cockpit of that thing. Well, that is a little troubling. That is very troubling. Okay, how is that Thunderbolt alive? It has no armor. Alright, and it looks like we hit that left torso with the AC-20. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, I really don't want to have to deal with that flamer as well. That's just going to be annoying. Alright, resolve is low, but that's going to have to be fine. We're moving up. We'll target the Orion. Yeah, we'll get as close as we can without showing our back. Yeah, this'll do. Yeah. Alright, so there goes a bit of our stability damage. Let's aim for the Orion. We're obviously turning off some of our weapons here because we are going to cook otherwise. Oh, darn. Okay, let's drop the medium laser. We do not have a choice. Alright, so what do we go for? We have approximately 50, 85 damage. We could take out that left torso. That would be an injury. If there's an ammo explosion, that would be another injury. The headshot is technically enough, but we'd need multiple hits, and at 16%, that is very, very unlikely. I think our best way to do this is to cripple his output of damage. I don't really want to deal with those SRMs. Man, that's a lot of LRM ammo too. Yeah, I think we try and knock him out by damage. Yeah, let's go for that ammo explosion and see what we can find.
Locked on target.
Looks like we only got a hit there. Looks like that damage went wide. Okay, well, our Marauder's gonna get hit. Structure is exposed. This does suck.
Damn it, I've got an armor breach.
Oh, I was really hoping to avoid all of this. Alright, Atlas, you know what? I think you are our next best hope.
Ready for orders.
Let's see, the Cyclops, we've got 4 medium lasers. That's pretty decent. Got a lot of heat efficiency. In fact, you know what? We could probably drop off 1 LRM5, otherwise do a full send. Let's go. Actually, you know what? Here's a brawler. Let's see. Cover, forest, bulwark. Okay, yeah, that's why he managed to get so much damage reduction. That's annoying. Okay, I think... You know what? We're attacking from the wrong side, but if we attack from maybe the front or the frontal left... See if we can move him around. We're just trying to figure out where we can shoot from. Again, all those medium lasers could be enough to take out that Orion. Let's see, that Atlas, that's going to have good shots on either one. That Orion is definitely toast if we want it to be.
I'm your spaniel.
So you know what? Let's move the Cyclops over here. We'll start on the Thunderbolt. We'll see if we can clear that.
Moving to position.
And then depending, we might even split damage. I don't know. Alright, either way, let's see if we can get lucky with the rolls.
Locked and loaded.
Alright, well, 40% damage reduction is a little bit too much, it seems. Alright, well, at least I targeted our Zeus with that sensor lock. Let's get our Atlas rolling. Let's see what we can annihilate. Let's see. How much damage do we need? Do we just take out the Orion? I feel like we should. This thing's gonna be around for a little bit longer. That Orion we at least don't need the salvage of. You know what? I'm done taking chances. Let's just make it go. Alright, ammo explosions, torso destroyed.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Yep. Pilot incapacitated as he is no longer corporeal to this world. Oh, and our Cyclops is cooking. Uh-oh. I kind of forgot about that flamer. That is annoying. Alright, well, that's going to be an injury, I think. Cyclops, Archangel... No, that's not an injury. Huh. Overheating. Okay, taking damage while we're doing that. Okay.
I'm here.
We'll make this work. Alright, let's quickly bring... Let's bring Rannoch up over here. Let's see if we can finish off this Thunderbolt as soon as we can. Again, we need to remove their spotter. And, Yeah, that leg's not going to handle much more, so we really need to make sure that we are no longer being targeted. So let's do what we must. We're going for that headshot. Our statistics are much, much greater now that we don't have that standing up penalty.
Locking in. All weapons.
And would you look at that? There it goes. Alright, good news for
That
us.
one's gone.
Alright, well, that's going to diminish what they're capable of doing each round, which is the best
Let's
thing we
do
could have
this.
possibly heard. I think at this point we might actually... Yeah, they don't have eyes on. Let's go ahead and stand still. Let's bring them to us for a second. We'll try and...
Receiving you.
There's no point in why we should take any hits unnecessarily by moving up and closing the distance. We're going to do better on the next round if we can all move as one. So that's what we're going for. Yeah, alright. So let's bring our Atlas up. We're not going to get any shots off this turn, so we'll go ahead and move forwards. We are the most heavily armoured. This is a good chance for us to cool down as well.
Full throttle.
So if they really desire something, they have an agreeable target, I guess for a lack of a better term.
I'm here.
Our Cyclops, we can go ahead and we can sprint as well. This will cool us down. Let's move a little bit further as well. Again, minimal
Full
damage.
throttle.
And we are now under temperature, which is good. Alright. Bit of a salvo, but that's okay.
Armor's getting stripped off.
We will be fine. We are heavily armored with the with things. Looks like this guy is standing on a geothermal vent, so that means, yeah, sinking only half of its regular capacity. Yeah, we could definitely
Good to go.
capitalize on that. Let's bring the Zeus forwards. Let's start causing some trouble, hey?
Move order received.
All right, let's go. Let's go for the stability damage. That is what we would prefer. Not even heat neutral. We're actually running a deficit. That is very nice to see. Do we bother with an 85%? I don't think for now. We'll try and save as much heat as possible. Oh, and it looks like we can't fire one off anyway.
Engaging target.
Alright, very good stability damage right there. That thing is almost tipped over.
Receiving you.
You know what? We're going to keep the Marauder back for a second. That is going to be fine. If they want to attack our assaults, that is what we prefer.
Took a hard hit there.
Alright, so you make your decision there.
Yes, Commander.
Let's bring...
Standing
No,
by.
I think we'll hold off for a second more. Let's bring the Zeus into cover. That's always a good plan. And then let's fire some more LRMs at the catapult. Yeah, in fact, you know what we're going to do?
Moving out.
Oh, who are the other friends back there? A 65 and a 75. Alright. Well, let's go... You know what? I think we send the LRM 10 to the catapult just to knock that down for essentially free precision shots. And then the rest will go ahead and fire on the assassin. Make sure we start doing some work against him. Alright, let's go.
Roger that.
Again, 40% damage reduction is good, but it's not going to be good enough. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so I think what the plan is going to be, we'll fire some more LRMs at the assassin, see if we can make that lie down.
That really hurts.
Glad we took some cover there. How's he looking? Yeah, okay, alright. Right torso's a little bit beat up. That's fine, we'll twist him around on the next turn.
What do you need?
Rannick, we will continue to pause for a second. I think the plan is going to be that we will sprint up over here and we'll take a shot on the next round. But we'll do so only after we have cleared some of the enemy movement. Oh, big boy up there. Another Orion. Okay.
Now that was a heavy hit.
Wow, I was not expecting multiple Orions today. Alright then. Let's bring... So that thing's already fallen down. Catapult C1. I don't think we have one of those in storage. We could do with that. I don't think it's standing up this round. I think it's already had its turn. Let's see, the Cyclops. You know what, let's bring you up and we'll knock down the assassin first. In fact, you know what? Range isn't really much of an issue for you. So let's just move you around the side there. Get access to that road. We'll target the assassin. Let's drop off those lasers. Again, priorities being what they are. Let's just knock this guy over. And we'll save a little bit of heat for future rounds.
Got it, Commander.
Alright, and there's the knockdown on the assassin. Actually, I'm not sure if we have the Assassin 21 in stock. Okay, well then, since we've got so many good opportunities, what do we want to do? I think, now that initiative's relatively slow, I think we'll be able to destroy that on the next round. Let's go. Let's just double check. I don't think there's any more enemies that are yet to have a turn.
Roger that.
We'll see. Oh, the catapult did stand up. Okay. You know what? That's okay. I'm glad we sorted that out before we ran our Marauder in. That was going to be my plan, to bring in the Marauder, so I'm glad that's not available for targeting right now. Let's bring our Atlas forwards. Let's go. Oh, hang on a second. Let me put my fingers on the correct keys. That'll help. That's in a very awkward spot to shoot at. I think what we do... We'll put... I'm very tempted just to maybe fire on the Orion up there. Or even the catapult. I'm thinking we might just aim at the catapult for now. We'll clean up the Lancer... we'll clear up the Assassin with our Marauder on the next turn. But we'll keep him nice and safe. And whereas over here... Yeah, we'll just do as much damage as we can. We'll take away as many LRMs as possible. In fact, I'm tempted. Do we want to go for a leg? That could be helpful. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll do that. Let's go ahead and... Oh, actually, you know what? That leg is probably more armored than I think. Yeah, snub PPCs. That's going to spread out the damage. Never mind. Let's go for a regular shot. Let's take care of this.
Engaging target.
If it dies, if it dies. If, yeah, falls over, that's just as fine.
Yeah.
And now we can get Rannick up and running. We'll bring him as far over here as possible. That will give us targeting data. We can take... Actually, you know what? If we moved up over here, we would still have position on that assassin. I think that's what we do. We'll go ahead and we'll move up. Yeah, slightly out of range there, but that's fine. We won't need it. Oh, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll sprint all the way over here. Yeah, because a regular move... Hang on, let's just double check this. A regular move is still fairly decent. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this will be fine. Let's go ahead and we'll move up over here.
Double time.
There we are. That'll keep us nice and cool. That'll give us some cover. It'll give us some distance on these enemies.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so let's go. We've basically got cover from immediate position here. I don't think we toy with much else. There is the ability to pick up a little bit of evasion, but at the same time too, I don't really want to be shot at if we can avoid it. So we'll go this way. Oh, and we can show our left side. Yeah, there we go. We'll spin around and we'll show our left side. And that should mean, if we do get hit, we can protect our broken leg, or at least our slightly damaged leg. We can focus in on the assassin for free. We'll go for the headshot. There we are. We'll see if we can take part of that home. Alright, torso destroyed.
I think I hit something good.
Looks like he lives. Alright, well, this catapult C4 is moving up. Structure exposed on the Zeus is not good. We're about to fall over.
Shot got past my armor.
Uh-oh. That is not the plan. That's going to hurt our initiative.
Ah,
Okay, we need to get right back up again. I'd love to take this Zeus and just beat the ever-loving life out of one of these mechs, but I don't think we have
waiting
that
for orders.
potential. Let's stand up. What is that? That got busted up the right torso? Alright. Let's make sure they don't get free shots at us. We'll
Gyro
go...
holding. I am back up.
Alright, I'm thinking what we do here is maybe we... Oh, let's see about that assassin. Only one hit would be necessary to kill the thing. You know what? What is it? That's our right side. Maybe we move up and we twist around. Yeah, maybe we show our left-hand side here. That'll give us those 3 laser shots, which is pretty decent. We're not going to get close enough for that small pulse laser to be active. Yeah, there we go. That will do nicely, so there we are. Let's aim for this thing. Let's take out its pilot. We'll add on the lasers and drop the LRMs. Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
Alright, head destroyed, lethal damage. We cool down a little bit. Perfectly acceptable.
Mech destroyed.
Alright, so now there's just 2 more mechs to move. Alright. Luckily, not enough damage to be able to take us out. That thing is absolutely cooking, which is fantastic news. Let's see. Yeah, already taking structural damage interior. Unfortunately, that does not count for the cockpit, but again, that does make sense. I'm sure they wouldn't design mechs that can roast the pilots unnecessarily. Alright, so let's go... You know what? I don't know if we'll necessarily have the range for the snub lasers and all. Let's bring the Cyclops up. We'll go... what to do? We could try and take out its leg. Or something like that. Do some stability damage. Get it feeling a little bit weaker. Sure. You know what? Let's move up.
Rolling.
We'll go ahead and we'll target. Let's see, 95%, 80%. Now the C4 we can probably afford to destroy. But again, we're not going to have the damage to really do that here. No. Alright, let's just focus in on the catapult. Do we want to... Yeah, this will be fine. We'll cool down a little bit. If it falls over between us and the Atlas, we at least have a better chance of getting it with the lasers on the next turn with the precision strike. So that's what we'll do. Yeah.
Target confirmed.
Alright, enemy turn. Let's see what the Orion does. Who does he target? Cosmo, okay. Well, good thing we turned our mech in the direction that we did.
Taking a beating.
Yep. I'm sure that's not good, but we will survive. Alright, right torso is pretty beaten up. But again, we will endure and we will survive. Let's bring this Atlas point blank, and I think we go... well, there's nothing else we can really target. Let's just roll up. And then... what do we do? I think we'll fire our snubs and our... Maybe we just fire the medium laser over at the Orion. Yeah, the rest we can use to knock down the catapult. That'll at least be helpful. And you know what? Let's go ahead and Vigilance for an earlier move. I think that's fair. I don't mind if we destroy that either one of those mechs on the next turn. Sure, let's go ahead and confirm that. We may as well use our initiative while we've got it. Sorry, our resolve while we have it. Let's go ahead and focus on that catapult. We'll put 2 shots on there. Alright, let's see what we can do.
Engaging multiple targets.
Well, it's unsteady, but it stands. Okay, we can work on this. We can very much work on this. Alright, so who goes next? It is the Catapult C4.
Ready for orders.
Well, unfortunately for us, we're not going to get eyes on such a target, so I don't know if that's particularly helpful. We can at least keep our right side covered. We can aim for... No, I think we aim for the catapult. We'll go for that. The Orion, I'm not as bothered about, but all that stability damage, all the scatter, I feel like that's going to be much more annoying. The Orion, I think we can at least handle between everybody else. Let's turn as far to the right as possible. We'll pick up that evasion. We've got that defense. Let's go ahead and take out that catapult C1. Yeah, let's make sure this thing doesn't survive.
Give us everything I've got.
Alright, CT down. Okay, well, that'll do.
Hostile removed.
Not quite the way I was planning on taking it out, but anything will work. Alright, the Zeus is standing.
That was a big hit. Big hit.
Barely, but standing is standing. Alright, let's bring... We can't get eyes on that jolly catapult, can we? Alright then, fine. I guess we're just gonna go all out here and... Well, we're gonna start firing everything we got. Let's focus on a leg. We may as well. It's an injury. We can... Injure, or do we just core it? You know what, let's just be done with this thing. Whatever damage we can do will be accepted. So we almost yeah, wow. Very much burned through almost all of its armor.
Yes, Commander.
The Zeus is now in a position to fire back as well. Let's go. What is this? The right side? Alright, so we kind of want to be facing off in this direction. We'll just fire off our LRMs. Hopefully the stability damage helps.
Taking the top.
Alright, well, we almost got another injury.
Yes, Commander.
Let's bring our... can we... You know what? We could actually go for a full salvo here. It's not going to be enough to kill it. It's going to keep on fighting, so you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we'll get eyes on that other catapult. Yeah. And we'll see about maybe knocking that thing over. Well, let's see what we've got.
Moving to position.
Let's see what we've got. Alright, let's go ahead and open.
Taking the shot.
Alright, and that damage reduction does, of course, stuff us over a little bit there. No shooting, which is ideal. That is very nice. Rannick is now out of play for this one. Let's go ahead and reserve there then. We'll see what the catapult does in for its turn. Cosmo's all good.
Standing by.
Rannick's all good. Let's see what the Orion chooses to do.
Waiting for the right move.
Oh, moving forwards. And we lost a leg. Oh, poor Cosmo. Yep, I kind of forgot that we were out of... I don't know.
I'm wounded.
I guess I was not expecting to see him get hit like that. He's barely alive. Alright, I need to pay more attention to this. We've lost our LRMs. That must have had all of our ammo in it. That is irritating. Alright, you know what? I am sufficiently done with all of you. I think we'll go ahead and we'll move up here. We're targeting this thing. We're going to make it say goodbye.
All weapons committed.
Alright, ammo explosion, pilot injury.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, at least
Standing
they'll
by.
target us now. Now we can bring on up. We're going to focus everything we have on this thing.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll target that. Good thing we've been building up some heat threshold. Let's just make sure this thing gets cooked, or at least as best as possible.
All weapons are go.
Actually, if I had been smart, I possibly could have meleeed there with the Atlas, which would have possibly done more damage. Yeah, I didn't think about that, did I?
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Rannick, you can finish off... You know what? Yeah, I reckon you can do it. Let's move on up. We're going to prevent any of them from having a turn for the rest of this round, for this rest of this match. Let's go ahead and we'll see if we can salvage, but if not, oh well, I don't care. Yep, CT destroyed. And we're going to follow that back up with another precision strike with the very next turn
Good to go.
after we stand up our Zeus. Yeah, man, I can't believe I was very silly there. If we had just
Okay.
protected that leg...
Ready for action.
Actually, you know what? No, the stability damage wouldn't have negated much of anything. Maybe vigilance could have been useful, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's move you... Okay, we'll just put you there.
Boost mobility.
Back you
My
up.
mech is limping.
Brace. That's fine. Alright. Back to the top.
I'm here.
Let's be done with this mess of a mission.
Move to position.
Yeah, I can't believe I almost got Cosmo killed.
Here it comes.
Alright, well there's an injury to the pilot. He's looking pretty beat up.
Commander.
The Zeus, you're not doing anything this turn either, so let's just put you into cover.
Roger.
We'll go... Brace. Oh wait, he got a... Oh, my bad, we could have moved somebody else. Alright, well it looks like he missed his melee, which is going to cost him dearly. Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I must be tired from the week or something, but yeah, definitely nowhere near my standard level of gameplay, so my... or at least I don't think it is. My apologies if it has been
Ready for
frustrating. It has been the same for me as well. Alright, and you know what? Maybe we just do go ahead and go for a good old-fashioned melee. Let's cool down this mech. I'm done with this thing.
Engaging physical attack.
There we go. How did we do? I think we missed. Well, at least we shot it with a machine gun, hey?
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, well, we're cool for now. That's all that matters. Let's go ahead and we'll fire off some LRMs. Let's vent our coolant because we need to go ahead and make sure that this thing goes down. I'm not really too particular on the details. In fact, you know what? Let's go for a precision strike. Let's make sure his initiative is as low as possible. We'll go for the lucky headshot. Why not? It's not like he's going to survive. Alright, so that was another head injury. That is good. That brings us back around to Rannick. Let's go ahead and fire upon.
Copy that.
We only have 2 rounds of AC-10 ammo, oh sorry, AC-20 ammo left, but that's a-okay. We only need 1.
Roger.
And there goes his leg, there goes his head. That's lethal damage.
Target neutralized.
Oh, I'm guessing that insurance policy looks a lot more attractive now.
Mission
Yeah.
successful.
If only we got insurance. This is going to cost us a stack to repair. Whenever we lose a limb, it's normally a good, what, 150,000, 200,000 C-bills for a limb. Alright, well, that's 91,000, so I'm sure that'll cover the costs. Gotta go ahead and repair our Marauder, our Zeus, and our Cyclops. Yeah, I really do not understand just how bad things were. Alright, so, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and have a bit of a look at our bits and pieces. I'm thinking... Let's see, just checking my list here. I'm sure with the catapults... Whereabouts did I put them? Oh yeah, so we've got the K2 and the C4, but we do not have a C1, so it would be advisable to take a part of that. The Orion... I'm pretty sure we've got the K already. Let's see, the Orion K, yep, and we have a V, or at least 1/3 of that. We don't have more. The Rifleman 3N... Do we own one of those in its entirety? No, we do not. So we'll pick up one of those. The Thunderbolt 5S. I do not believe we have one of them at all. That would be an easy pickup. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just double check. Is there anything down here? No, nothing substantial. Alright, so let's see about maybe the assassin. I think the assassin 21 we do need a part of. Let's just double check. So 40 tons, yep. We do need an assassin 21. Alright, well, that's pretty good. That'll help buff out some of our missing inventory. We did get a good chunk of that catapult C4 as well, so we can sell that off for some money. The 3R we can sell part of. Let's see, the rifleman, we're working well on into another one. AC5s, LRMs, lasers. Yeah, alright, well, let's go ahead and continue. We're going to have a little bit of repairing to sort out. Again, probably could have avoided so much of it, but I just don't know where my head is today. I guess we all have our off days. At least it didn't cost anyone their life. I'm glad about that. Unfortunately, that doesn't... Yeah, it's not going to save us on the sea bills, but it is what it is. Okay, so, that should be... Let's see, 4,000 XP. That might push Cosmo into the next bracket of skills. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll...
Is cleared for fighting.
Let's go ahead and throw that into storage. I think we'll throw a few of those. The Assassin 21. Let's see, 4 missiles. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe that would be better than our current 101. Yeah, go for more of a missile-heavy build and less on the lasers and things. Well, that could actually be a decent alternative. Yeah, we'll have to look into that potentially. There's a catapult C4. Alright, let's see how bad the damage is. Let's see how bad it is. Alright, so first of all, how much to repair? Okay. 1 day. You know what? Could have been worse. And Marauder 2R, what about you? Did any equipment get destroyed? No. We almost went up, but no. 1 more day, that's fine. The Zeus, yeah, this is the one that we must refit. Alright, let's see how bad the leg damage is. Oh, 102,000 C-bills. Alright, well, admittedly could be a lot worse. Let's go ahead and throw on in some ammunition. We also do have, let's see, stability damage, and more stability damage. Is there anything worth switching out while we're here? Let's see, LRM 10. No. LRM 15. All of this is stability and critical. Yeah, I think we're pretty happy with all of that. What about the lasers? Since we're already repairing it, we may as well upgrade it if we can. Oh, wait a second. +1 melee hit for the Zeus? I don't know if that's really what we need in this thing. Oh, you know what we could do though? It is a good fire support mech, so maybe we chuck in the comm system on this one. That wouldn't be bad, although admittedly we could possibly chuck that in like the King Crab or the Atlas. Yeah, actually that could be better suited to the Atlas. Yeah, alright, we'll hold off on that. Let's see, the hit defense, you know what? That might be a good plan. I know I did talk about chucking that in the Phoenix Hawk on the last one. Actually, we still probably should. Alright, you know what? We'll leave that here for now. It could be a lot worse. And then, let's see. Don't need the rangefinder. No, okay. So weapon-wise, let's go ahead and see medium lasers. Is there anything that is an improvement? We can boost up its accuracy. Or a little bit of damage, but you know what? None of that really speaks to me that much. I'd much rather chuck the accuracy on maybe one of our light huntering killers like our assassin. Just make sure that that always hits its target. Could also go ahead with some more damage, but again, I think these are only support weapons for us. I don't think it's the be-all and end-all. No. Okay, so you know what? Let's go ahead and leave things where they stand. The small poles can also stay where it is. I'm sure these ones can do better in another mech. That'll take us a little bit to fix, but that is, well, not very surprising considering. Okay, well,
On it.
that's some of our mechs out
I'll
the
let you
way.
know when that's done.
At least we still have our archer. That should be good. We'll get to fixing a few of these things. At least we still have our regular marauder here, so we can go ahead and still get some good head capping potential. But that is where we're going to leave things, I think. Oh wait, medbay? Yeah, hang on a second. Archangel. No, here we go. Indirect fire penalty. We did get that final one there. And then
Waiting for
Cosmo,
orders.
you're out for 2 months and you're just off. Okay. Well, that'll have to be it for today then. We'll come back with a new mission in the next one. Probably something a little bit easier. I'm thinking something like a repossession for the Lyran Commonwealth. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning into the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.